He's just doing a little bit of a portrait. So that's the way he's going to.
I've lived here in this area for all my life, except 1 year. All my life I've been in Garden East. This is a breakfast table, and after everybody leaves, this is the work I'm doing all day long. And we used to even cycle here, and you could hear the lions roar near the Gandhi Garden. My work has varied. I mean, this kind of thing I'm doing for the last, say, 1 year, just sitting here, or going out, of course, also. But what I used to do normally for years, I was sitting in that place, or places just like that. And that's how I get my correspondence these days, you know. Many people address it as Chandigarh. For instance, at one of the exhibitions, Expo Center, people just rushed to us. They would embrace our boys and tell them, well, we can't believe our eyes. It really started, I remember I was in Liaqatabad, 10 number. There was no place to sit. We were right on the main road. And this boy who was working with me, he made a pillow for me using these shopping bags. कोई 20 रुपया किलो जा रहा है, कोई 25 रुपया किलो का जा रहा है, कोई 4, ये सोना है. ये इस वक्त 40,000 रुपया टन जा रहा है. From pillows, it became flooring. From floorings, it graduated into blocks. But then my boys were very creative, you see. One day they made a wall out of it. There was never any idea of using these for houses, never. But this was, you know, I mean, this is God sent. This is so light, you can take it on top of a mountain. It's useful in calamities, when you have disasters, for disaster management. Have a house put up in just 1 hour. There's not an element of cement. There is no cement in this. Nothing happens to the blocks. This again is cardboard covered with Panaflex. Now you can have a ceiling, a roof for just 1,500 rupees. Can you imagine? This is a nexus between environment and economy. We take both of them along. Kachra do sona lo. That's how we became famous in the city. That was our slogan. Kachra do sona lo. You give us garbage, we give you gold. And we did give gold. अब जैसे एक मनी चेंजर होता है, इसी तरह से हमारे पास सारे रेट होते हैं. पेपर कार्डबोर्ड का क्या रेट चल रहा है? पेपर आपका कार्डबोर्ड 4 रुपये. ये बल्कि मुस्तकबिल का बैंक है. From my childhood, my idea, as I said, it was having a goal in life. This was ingrained in me, that I must have a goal in life. I wanted to grow out of my childhood. I didn't want to remain a child at all. I found it very boring to be a child. I was never a very happy, jovial, playful person. I think I was very, very sober. I'm a singer. I've been trained in singing, and I compose my own jingles for Gul Bahao. I used everything, all my knowledge, all my expertise that I have gathered. I'm, mashallah, 55 years now. That's why you find so much variety in my innovations. They touch so many facets of life. For instance, in one place you even see God is great. Actually, the prime reason for starting all this whole thing was sadqa, as we say in a religion, sadqa, devoting yourself to God. One fine day, I asked myself, you know, in our times we used to ask the girls, you want to marry this one or not? Say yes or no. Like the traditional girl, I said, yes, I will do it. I will work for God. I will give my life to this work. Although my marriage has been a love marriage. And what put me on that track was 3 cesarean births of my children. I mean, this was personal, a very difficult period of my life when I was in hospital. Doctors would say, we have no cure for you. I was in such a hopeless situation that I would just cry out to God, help me. I started thinking that I've been asking God to help me, and what have I done in return for Him? My neighbors were all after me that I should solve the garbage problem, because I had solved one of the other problems. It was for drinking water. This paki pani, and you have it in the sun, and then cool it and drink it. It tastes good. In boiling water, you kill the minerals. Now this is going to solve your problems of gastroenteritis, diarrhea and vomiting, especially our poor people, you know, who can't afford expensive mineral water bottles. So In the background was this garbage problem. Some of the smoke is so bad. I mean, most of the times it's not just leaves, it's shopping bags which give out a terrible smell, which is very toxic. This is what happens every day, day in and day out. Because I used to feel most frustrated. You can't imagine not being able to open your window, not being able to breathe fresh air. I used to think this was terrible. Nothing could be worse than that. Gul Bahaur is actually a reflection of my personality, my research work, my ideas. You see, I used to be all by myself. I used to go to seminars, to meetings. My approach has always been very, very theoretical. Before I formed Gul Bahaur, I spent one whole year just doing research. What helped me was my journalism. You know, I have had a background of 12 years. I call myself a retired journalist. I love reading while I'm in my bed, or of course as years go by, you want to lie down and read. I've got everything through my books.